Girl, you look like a sophisticated ass Swiffer sweeper. Humble yourself. What's up, y'all? It's your girl P Hope, and I am back with another video. I am so excited to be doing this particular video because, y'all, it's a brand new show. This is the BELLE Collective that comes on the OWN network, and this is season 1, episode 1. Y'all know I've been looking for new shows to review, so this fell in my lap right on time. So if you have stopped by this video on purpose or on accident, either way, it was meant for you to go ahead and hit that like button and definitely hit that subscribe button, because we are going to be reviewing this show each and every week, okay? It is about 5 ladies that want to prove to us that Jackson, Mississippi is not all about cowboy boots and the Confederate flag, like, you know, because that's the stickler that Mississippi has. That is just a very racist state, and they want to prove to us that, you know, not only is that very far from the truth, but there's actually money out there in Jackson, and, you know, they just want to flex and flodge a little bit and show us what they got going on. These are 5 successful black women who are self-made millionaires, and they're on a mission to help Jackson continue to grow. The 5 ladies' names are Letitia, Latrice, Marie, Antoinette, and Tambra. Okay? Now, episode 1 is pretty much just giving us an introduction of all the ladies, pretty much just letting us know their backgrounds, their profession, their family life, and, you know, just the basics. It's season 1, episode 1. So this is just introduction episode. So there wasn't a whole lot going on, but it was definitely enough for me to talk about. So the first belle that we meet is Tambra. Tambra looks like she weighs anywhere between 100 and 120 pounds. But let me tell y'all, all this hair that's on top of her head is a good 40 of them pounds. When I say mama wears hair, she wears bundles on top of bundles on top of bundles. Like, the hair just don't stop. Tambra is the black Dolly Parton of Mississippi. Like, it's a lot going on with her in them bundles, but, you know, to each his own. She is a midday radio personality for 97.7 The Beat, and her dream is to one day become a full-time radio personality. So, you know, she's doing everything that she can do to try to get to being full-time status. So she lets us in on an interview with the mayor. She is interviewing the mayor. His name is Chokwe Lumumba. And, you know, she's just asking him all the important questions. Like, they get into a conversation about taking the Confederate flag down, which is something that we should definitely all be excited about, because, you know, just like Mr. Lumumba said, like, we no longer will have that flag waving over our children's head and waving over our heads. So, you know, I feel like the Confederate flag should be taken down all over the United States. So, you know, if you know, to have it start in Mississippi or continuing to go through Mississippi, however that works, like, kudos. If you know, the mayor, if you are the one that was able to remove that flag, then I definitely salute you, and good work. They also spoke on things like the pandemic and other things that were plaguing the world today. And Tambra, of course, she asked a lot of the important questions and the things that the listeners would like to know about. So I feel like Tambra did a really good job, and that was pretty much all that we got in the scene for her, because again, this is episode 1, so not all the ladies are gonna give us rah rah rah. The second belle we meet is Letitia. Letitia is the CEO of the National Women's Brunch Association. Say that shit 5 times fast, okay? And of course, the name of it speaks for itself. The purpose of her organization is for Black women to be able to come together and network with each other over brunch. She tells us a story about how back in the Gap, when her grandfather and grandparents were living, a place called Ferris Street used to be the Black Mecca of Mississippi. That's where, you know, Black people could go, and it was pretty much like the strip to, you know, the whatever of who's ever was on Ferris Street. But over the years, it has just dwindled down, and now it is completely closed. So it is Letitia's dream to start to rebuild Ferris Street. So that is the purpose of this particular brunch that she's trying to put together. She wants to make sure that all the ladies are there, because, you know, these are ladies with businesses. These are ladies with a coin. So she definitely wants them to attend this brunch so that they can hear this big exciting news and this, you know, major plan that she has come up with. And, you know, I don't know anything about Mississippi, but I feel like if Ferris Street is in a good location, then I think Letitia has a wonderful idea on her hands. And I think that, you know, this whole Ferris Street project is supposed to be like the storyline of the show. So we'll see how long we'll see how long the ladies stay productive, because we know how shit like this goes left really quickly, and it turns into something completely different. And then by season 2, we won't even remember what the hell Ferris Street is or was or what it's gonna be. Okay? She ends up coming home from a hard day of planning, and she is on the phone FaceTiming with her husband. Her husband's name is Glenn, and they also have a 5-year-old son together named Joshua. And she's on the phone and she's talking to Glenn, and she's like, hey baby, you know, I miss you so much. And he's like, yeah baby, you know what I'm saying, I miss you too. And the first thing that she asked her husband was, is he behaving? Now, I was taken aback with the behaving question, because if that's the first thing that you have to ask your husband, then I don't know if that needs to be your husband, because that means that that's in the forefront of your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's sitting there above all. And so if he has done something to the point to where that's the first thing you have to ask him, not how was your day, how is work going down there, you know, what did you eat? If the first question is, are you behaving? And then she followed that up with, because, you know, we don't need no, what she call it, babies? We don't need no I was lonely babies. I think that's what she called it. I was lonely baby. And I said, what in the country Guns and Roses is this? Like, so I don't know if Mr. Glenn got that wood. I don't know if Mr. Glenn got that coin, or if she, you know, she just feel like she can't do better. I'm not sure what Letitia has going on. Or maybe she's just one of those people that feel like, well, you know, this is the father of my child, so I gotta stay with him regardless. Yeah, he cheat on me, but I mean, what woman don't get cheated on? Maybe she thinks like that. I don't know. It's only episode 1, so I can't read Letitia for filth just yet. But it just kind of bothered me that that was the first thing that she asked him, and then she followed it up with that I don't need no I got lonely babies. Don't say that shit no more, Letitia. So after she got her interrogation 21 questions out, she lets us know that her husband is a towboater, and that he is away from home 28 days out of the, did she say out of the month or out of the, I think she said out of the month. 28 days out of the month, and then he gets to come home for 14 days. And then, you know, you go out for another 28. So I do understand that that is a lot. Like, that's a long time to be away from your spouse. And I mean, yeah, if he's in a situation where he is, you know, always in a different city or a different state, and he's able to mingle with different people, I do understand that that's something that you can worry about, because she did let us know in the confessional that they have had to deal with infidelity in the past. And, you know, so that's all well and good. But like I said, if it's got to bother you to the point where that's one of the first things that you need to know, you probably want to reevaluate the marriage and figure out if that's what is really best for your mental, if that's what's really best for your household, and, you know, for the raising of your 5-year-old son. You know, I feel like you just need to dig a little deeper, Letitia, and figure out if this is what's best for you, girl. Because right about now, I'm not here for it. So anyway, her and her husband do a little more talking on FaceTime. And, you know, she was like, you know, baby, I ain't been sleeping right without you here. And he was like, shit, like, you know, I ain't been sleeping right. And she was like, oh, you miss Mercy and Grace. And so we all looking like, okay, I thought y'all only had one child. Honey, Mercy and Grace is her left titty and her right titty, okay? They have names, Mercy and Grace. And apparently that is where her husband likes to sleep at night. So she said, she said that she don't have a whole lot of ass to offer him, but she got titties for days. Titties for days. So, you know, they make it work, because she said her husband is not an ass man, and she is thankful about it.
He love his woman. Pop that shit, mama. Baby, bend it over, make it talk to me. Baby, bend it over, make it talk to me.
That was all that we got from Letitia right now, but we're definitely going to come back to her in a minute. The next Belle that we meet is Latrice. Latrice looks to be like one of the youngest of the group. Just tall, slender girl. She's really cute. And we are introduced to her. She says that she is definitely a self-made millionaire from her hair company, Goddess Limps Virgin Hair. Let me look at my notes to make sure I got that right. Yeah, Goddess Limps Virgin Hair. Show enough. So she is a self-made millionaire from that, because you know, her hair company was doing well to the point where she decided that she wanted to put the bundles in a vending machine, and then put the vending machine inside their local mall. Whatever. She said her very first vending machine was at that mall. And the line was so stupid, and so many people came out to purchase their hair, that the owner of the mall was secretly recording the line that had came out to support her, and he sent that to the corporate headquarters. And they were so amazed at the turnout that they offered her a deal with to put a vending machine in all of their malls throughout the United States of America. So kudos to you, Latrice. That's some big shit. That's some big shit, and that is hard to do. It's hard to, you know, convince people to, you know, put their neck out on the line for you or whatever, because we see what's gonna happen. Now, Latrice also has a storefront location that you can go in and purchase hair, you know, pick out your hair, purchase your hair. And in the storefront, they also have one half of it is a full service salon. So you can get full salon services and makeup as well. So, you know, she's out here doing the thing. I'm not sure quite how old she is, but she's not very old at all. the stylists in her salon were sitting in there talking about, you know, what they was getting ready to do that night. And she like, oh, what y'all getting ready to do? And they was like, shit, girl, we going out, whatever. And she was like, why y'all don't never invite me to go out? And when she turned around, they was like, that's the reason we don't ask you, do you want to go out? Because we know you can't. And so when she turned around, her husband was there. Now, her husband's name is Cliff, and he is definitely an older gentleman. And that's why I said, I know she's young, but I don't know how old she is, because she said that she is 20 years, her husband is 20 years her senior. So he looks like he could be anywhere between 45 and 50. So, you know, that makes her that makes her anywhere between 25 and 30. And she looks it. She looks her age and he looks his age. I believe she said that they have been, now let me not do that to their relationship. Let me go back to my notes. Okay, so I would have had it right. They have been dating, they met 10 years ago. They have been dating for 10 years, and then they have been married for 5 of those years. Okay. And she said that they are like peas in a pod. Wherever you see her, you're going to see him. Wherever you see him, you're going to see her. They don't stray too far from each other. And so, you know, it sounds cute, but as we're seeing them communicate with each other, like, it just doesn't seem to be very loving, very cuddly, very supportive. I don't know if they were just nervous with the cameras being there for the first time and it just threw off the chemistry. I'm not sure. And then, you know, like, a lot of times men are not interested in stuff like that. Men don't want to be on TV. Men don't want to, you know, have to give their side of the story and have to participate in that kind of stuff. They feel like that's girly shit and they don't want nothing to do with it. So maybe that's what Cliff had going on. I'm really not sure, but I just didn't see the chemistry there. She doesn't call him hubby or bae or boo or none of that. She calls him zaddy, and which then that gave me sugar baby vibes, because that's usually what sugar babies call their sugar daddies, is zaddy, because they're younger women that are dealing with older men that is kind of just, you know, paying for some attention. But you know, either way, if it works for them, obviously it's been working for 10 years. So I'm mind my motherfucking business. But, you know, she calls him Zaddy. So as she's sitting there, they're at the dinner table, they're having dinner or whatnot. And she's talking to Zaddy about going to Letitia's brunch. And she was like, but, you know, Zaddy, I'm really just conflicted about even going to this brunch, because I just feel like these women are just so fake. And the first thing Cliff motherfucking ass said was, oh, well, you'll fit right in. And I said, oh God, not on TV, Cliff. Now, if that's something that you would have said to her after the cameras went off, then it probably would have hit a lot different, and it probably would have even tickled her a little bit. But for her to know that now we all gotta be side-eyeing her ass, because if you think she fake and you sleep with her every night, what we gonna think? So she said, of course, so quite naturally, she said that, you know, I can't believe you just called me fake. Like, I didn't see nothing funny about that, because you know I'm not fake. And he was like, you are fake. And she was like, look, I really don't even want to finish this dinner, because I don't really know what you on right now, but this ain't it. And then it cut to a confessional of her finishing her rant, talking about, you know, how fake the ladies are, and, you know, how she really don't she's skeptical about the brunch. Like, you know, if it's gonna be on some network type of stuff, then she's definitely more than acceptant to go. But you know, if they're gonna be on that other shit, then she can really just stay at home and drink a V8. And we couldn't even really honestly concentrate on the shit that she was saying in the confessional, because her fluorescent dress was blinding the everlasting shit out of us. Now, it was cute in its own right. Don't get me wrong. It was real Mississippi runway. That's what it was. Oh, then she finishes up her dinner with Zaddy, and she was like, well, you know, I'm glad you won't have no problem with me going. Like, I'm surprised that you even saying that it's okay for me to go. And he was like, you know, why wouldn't I let you go? Long as you're not coming home at no ungodly hour. Like, it's a brunch. It's not like you going to a nightclub or something and coming home at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't have no problem with you going. And she was like, yeah, right. You know, I'll be surprised if I don't see you coming up there. He was like, I ain't coming up there. So, you know, Cliff must have this thing with stalking her, because the stylists have already put Cliff out to be stalkerish, and now she's putting him out to be stalkerish as well. So, you know, if one more person say that shit, Cliff, I'm gonna have to deem it as true. That was pretty much it for Letitia. No, I'm sorry, that was Latrice. I'm gonna get these ladies' names together. Just give me a minute. Marie is a multi-million-dollar business owner of a mental health facility. She lets us know that she is the first black woman to own a mental health facility that that services people of all ages, children, teenagers, adults, and the elderly. She's the first black woman to do it. So I don't know if it's been other black men out there that's done it. I don't know if it's been other black women out there that's done it before her, but they don't offer all ages and all sexes. But she made that very clear that mama is the first. Okay, so kudos to you for that, Marie, and congratulations on all your success, ma'am. Marie is a married woman. Her husband's name is Cedric. Her and Cedric have 3 boys and 1 girl. Their oldest son is 21, and then they also have 2 teenage sons. And then the daughter looked like she could be like right at preteen age. Baby, all you saw was Marie switching down that hallway with them finger waves, laid, dried, and not dyed to the side. And I said, okay, all right, Marie, with a Mississippi finger wave. Come on, Mississippi wave. She was walking down the hallway to get her best friend, Essie. We meet Essie very briefly, so I don't know if we'll see her again throughout the season. But she brings Essie into her office so that they can discuss future plans for the mental facility. She wants to open several other facilities throughout the state and in other states. And, you know, she was just letting Essie know, like, girl, if you think we seeing millions right now, we about to be on the verge of making billions, okay? Then she goes into this short story of how her mom actually suffered from substance abuse. And I believe she said is still suffering from it. And she said that's something that she never could wrap her mind around, is how the addiction could always overrule her taking care of her children. And so that was one of the things that really pushed her to get into that field and open her own mental health facility. So I thought that that was really touching to hear. And I was getting ready to definitely go in on Marie. Now, Marie talks with a lot of y'all. What is Andrea's word? What is Andrea's word on Love After Lockup? Marie talks with a lot of passion, okay? Let's just use the word passion. And she talks to the point where she gets to really blink in them eyes, okay? So it's hard to kind of focus on everything that Marie is saying because you really get sucked in on the blinking. But with her telling her story about her mom suffering from substance abuse, I'm like, okay, this could be a birth defect. The blinking could be a birth defect. It's either that or that's just something that Marie does when Marie gets excited, because I did see some parts of this episode where she wasn't doing all that. So if I go in on her just a little bit, y'all forgive me, because I'm not here for picking at people that have defects that they can't control. But, you know, if it's something that you can control, you better believe I'll give it to your ass if you need to be giving it to. And the fifth and last belle that we meet is Antoinette. Antoinette lets us know that she is a dentist, honey. Miss Antoinette is a dentist. Okay, come on through with the good teeth. And she actually graduated from dental school at the age of 25. So that is nothing to sneeze at. So congratulations to you, Antoinette, on all your success in the dental field. She lets us know that she was once a married woman, because in Mississippi, that's the thing that, you know, people really because in the state of Mississippi, that's what people really be in your business about. Like, are you a married woman or are you a single woman? And if you're a single woman, then why the hell you ain't married? So that's how the ladies, or that's how the state as a whole just kind of moves. Like, you know, why you ain't married? So she lets us know that she was married to a Caucasian man, but she is recently divorced. She said that they were together for 7 years and they were married for 3 of those 7 years. And somewhere in the marriage, she just absolutely lost herself. And so now she's just kind of on the journey to getting back to her. She said that she's asked her friends in the past, like, why they don't date outside of their race. And then she was like, oh, you're worried about what your grandmother thinks. Oh, okay then. Listen, I don't really know how stern y'all are down there in Mississippi. Because for me, look, this is Atlanta, Georgia. This is 2021, and you know, we just came out of 2020, and we know that anything and everything goes these days, and even the elderly people know that. So if your friends told you that they don't date outside of their race, I'm almost positive it has nothing to do with their grandmother. It just probably has something to do with the fact that that's just not what they want in their life. Like, for me personally, I find a lot of Caucasian men attractive. I mean, lots of them. Like, I could be scrolling on social media and want to just catch my attention, like, you know, goddamn, you ain't got to be looking like that. But at the end of the day, I know that I don't want him to shoot his shot at me, and I'm definitely not going to shoot my shot at him, because that's not what I want. Like, who am I? Like, who are me? And my Andrew Caldwell voice. Who are me to judge? Like, and I'm damn sure not worried about what the next person got to say. Like, because those be the main people that been having one night stands for the last 10 years. So who are you to give me relationship advice? She's actually in the process of building her own dental practice. So that is major, like, especially for somebody so young. You know, that's a lot. And then for you to be a young black woman opening your own practice, like you have built your clientele to the point where you can afford to open your own practice, like that's amazing. So she's going over there to check on the new location, and you know, everything just looks like a demolition derby in there. They have to build everything from the ground up except for, you know, the foundation. And she is just really nervous because she's having to do everything on her own. She does, you know, her husband is not there with her anymore, so she has to make all the major decisions. So she calls her dad, and she's talking to her dad and telling him everything that's going on, whatever. And he was like, have you talked to your husband? Well, your ex-husband. And she was like, no. Why would I call him to involve him in any of this? Because it's none of his business, and it's not his business. And I said, oh, okay. So I don't know if this was, I think she might have said it, but I don't remember if it was a situation where she left him or he left her, or it was just mutually they decided that let's just hang this shit up. I'm not sure, but either way it goes, she's not trying to communicate with the ex-husband right now. And so, you know, the dad was just kind of asking, like, where the hell was he at? But the real pressing question was, who the hell picked out that makeup for you, Antoinette? Huh? Because mama was giving me big nose Michael Jackson in the chest and light skinned Michael Jackson in the face. Make it make sense. And I said, well, what in the Wizard of Oz I'm melting is this? Like, girl, if we're on here and we're flossing our millions and you're putting together, oh y'all, that's the part I forgot to tell you. She was letting her dad know that the whole project, the whole building process was going to cost her $500,000. Okay, which is nothing to sneeze at. So Antoinette, if you got that kind of money, it's no way that you're going to be able to persuade me that you cannot find a professional makeup artist of color to pick you out a foundation that is going to match your skin tone to the T. Like, it's no way. Now, I know that when I be doing my little get ready with me's and all that, I know my foundation and my makeup be looking fucked up because I just started wearing makeup when I started doing YouTube. So I have an excuse. And I'm only a thousandaire. So if I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars at a time on professional makeup, I ain't got to. But as a millionaire, like, I really want you to stop letting Rebecca down at the Macy's counter hype you up and talking about some, yes girl, that's the perfect color, that is it, you are popping. No, you're not popping, you're melting. Sitting up there letting her tell you that girl, it looks perfect on you. Antoinette, that bitch ain't your friend, sis. She ain't your friend. So the next scene that we see from Antoinette is her pulling up at the Porsche dealership. She said she wants a car that looks like a single young lady with no kids. And you know what I'm saying, that's just hot and out here doing it, okay? So she decided to purchase her a 2-door divorce Porsche. Say that 10 times fast. Divorce Porsche. Divorce Porsche. Divorce Porsche. Divorce Porsche. Y'all, I got ADD or something. Forget it. She has Latrice come up to the dealership to see the car that she's going to purchase. Latrice loves the car or whatnot, and Latrice says that her and Antoinette actually get along really well. She said that that is her prayer partner, that is her clubbing partner, and you know, so they girls, they thick as thieves. And so they will be attending the brunch together. But Antoinette lets us know that she doesn't really understand the purpose of the brunch, because she knows it's going to be a mixed crowd there of people that haven't made it and people that have made it. And she said that the brunch really doesn't make a lot of sense, because you shouldn't have people there that haven't made it yet. networking should be for bosses, is her personal opinion. And I do understand where she's coming from with that to a certain degree, but at the same time, if I want to get to boss status, then, you know, like millionaires will always tell you, you need to hang around what you want to attract. So if I want to be a millionaire, I need to get as close to a millionaire as I can. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to try to be your best friend, but if you're doing anything network related, business related, anything that I can learn from, I need to be in attendance. So no, I haven't made it, but I'm trying. But Letitia doesn't see it like that. She feels like if you are a driven and motivated black woman and you want to be in attendance while other people are networking, then come on out and you know what I'm saying, support. And it puts a coin in Letitia's pocket as well. So it is a win-win situation. You know, of course, Latrice fills Antoinette in on the same thing that she already told her husband. And she pretty much just said that, you know, she don't really completely understand the whole point of the brunch her damn self. But she does know that these brunches have a reputation for getting really messy. And so she's going to make sure that she's looking her best and dressed her best and, you know, there to impress, period. Because it's supposed to be a networking type of situation, but she has heard rumors that Letitia's brunches are usually a place where women can come together and drag each other, basically. Okay, y'all, and so the very last scene is finally we get to this damn brunch that they have been talking about through the whole episode. So the brunch is held at their local country club because Letitia said, you know, you have not made it to the creme de la creme until you have your brunch at the damn country club, okay? The look was supposed to be Southern Belle attire, but I'm not sure if Latrice or Antoinette got the memo, because Latrice came in there with a powder pink and fluorescent dress with her back out, and she looked like she was going to the 11th grade prom. And then Latrice looked like she had just got out of church and she was getting ready to head down to the Red Lobster and get her a little something to eat. Took about 10 to 15 other women there that had on their frilly dresses and their little cute hats, and some had on gloves, and they looked perfectly splendid in my King Kane voice. Y'all, shout out to King Kane over at the King Kane Way TV. But then, y'all, Marie walked her ass up in there. Y'all, Marie bought her good blinking ass up in there with a 6-tier layered black and white dress on with a matching hat that looked like a fucking spaceship leaning on the side of her head. And I said, well, what in the little house on the prairie is this? What is this? But baby, you could not tell Marie that she didn't have it. Now I gotta give it to that bitch. Even though she looked a goddamn fool, she walked with so much poise and so much confidence that I almost didn't want to read her, but her attitude made me do it. Now, backing up just a little bit, Tambra's last little scene was her meeting up at a restaurant with Letitia because Letitia wanted to entice Tambra one last time to please come to the brunch. But you know, Tambra let her know that she definitely had prior engagements and that she wished more than anything that she could be there, but she really couldn't. And Letitia tried to entice Tambra to come with a gift. So When Tambra opened the bag to see what it was a Southern Belle style hat that Letitia had purchased for her, because she was like, isn't pink your favorite color? You know, I think you would look beautiful in this hat. But long story short, you know, Tambra could not make it, so we're not going to see her at the brunch. Now let's go back to the brunch, because this is the part where Letitia walks in with a pink floral dress on and that same damn hat that she tried to bribe Tambra with. And I said, okay, all right, it's episode 1. It's episode 1. So that part just had kind of tripped me out a little bit. So anyway, she came in and, you know, she's like, oh my God, all you ladies look beautiful, da 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 da. And then the next thing you hear, she said, Marie. Y'all, child, Letitia didn't know if Marie ass was about to go herd some sheep or if she was about to get baptized in some holy water. She didn't know what the hell Marie ass had going on, but she just, you know, after she gained her composure, she was like, oh, you know, you look so nice. And she was like, yeah, I know, girl. And so then this is where Marie ass got on my nerves, because she said that as she's looking across the table, she can see that Latrice and Antoinette are conversing really well amongst each other, but anytime that she tried to speak with them, they were both a little cold towards her. And it was a young lady that was sitting beside Antoinette, and for whatever kind of reason, they got to talking about hair, and the young lady let Latrice know that, yeah, this is your hair that I'm wearing today. Like, you know, I love this hair. It's great. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. And so Marie decided to make this her golden opportunity to dive in and talk about her experience with Latrice's hair company. So she said that she had actually went into the storefront and purchased some of Latrice's hair, and she went to some young man and had the hair installed as a unit. I'm assuming that's what she was trying to say. And once she received the unit, it was a hot, crunchy mess. She said the hair was dry, it's brittle, it's half human, half synthetic, and it doesn't hold a curl. And so off the top, Latrice is looking like, well, no, that's not my hair. And she was like, yeah, it's definitely your hair. Like, I went in your store and I spent $600 in your store. So if this is the quality of hair that you're selling to the people, this is some bullshit. And it was at that moment that Marie would have knew that she fucked up. But Latrice is a better woman than I'll ever be, because, you know, she kept it real calm, and, you know, she was just like, honey, you're gonna have to produce some receipts if you want me to do anything about this claim that you're talking about, because, you know, we don't have these type of issues. Like, I did not make it to the level that I'm at in the hair industry by scamming people. Like, my hair is grade A #1, so get your life. She was like, I don't know what salon you went into, but it wasn't mine. And she was like, oh yes, baby, it was yours. It was yours. And then that's when she got to doing all that damn excited ass blinking and shit like a fucking chihuahua with a damn problem or some shit. And I said, and then you was sitting up here being so extra and getting so excited doing all this goddamn blinking that you was making my motherfucking homegirl blink. Like, they panned the camera over to Antoinette and her ass was over there blinking and she ain't even had nothing in her eye. Like, girl, what are you doing? So anyway, and then the last little funny part to me was when the girl, I told y'all, the girl was like, okay, let's act like Bells. And she was like, I'm the Belle. Baby, Latrice might have said, Latrice might have said, okay, look, okay, Miss Bo Peep. I know, Miss Bo Peep. Baby, she called that lady Miss Bo Peep. And I peed on myself just a little bit, because it took me to the king. It took me straight to the motherfucking king. But anyway, y'all, that was season 1, episode 1 of Belle Collectives. I hope you all really enjoyed the show. They actually put this show out 2 weeks ago on YouTube, so I know my review is really late, but I wanted to do it on the night that the show comes on, because like I said, we will be reviewing this show each and every week, because I do feel like it's going to give us something to kiki about, and you know, just make our little YouTube weekend go by. So if you made it to the end of this video, you know I am more than appreciative, and I love you so much. If you actually think you're going to like the show, or if you did like the show Belle Collectives, then give me a big old thumbs up. And if you enjoyed your girl, then definitely make sure you subscribe and join that P-Hope family. And you already know what it is. I want you to be happy. You already know what it is. I want you to be happy, be healthy, be safe. This is your girl P-Hope, and I will catch you in the next video.